out that it really is just very left-wing. It's not really satanic. It's not really the fun stuff that we thought it would be. So it turns out to be a totally leftist political organization. I guess they did this for the publicity. However, there were some really interesting lectures. One of them, Sins of the Flesh, Satanism and Self-Pleasure. Okay, I'll buy that. Taught by a sexuality studies professor at Minnesota State University. Another one, Reclaiming the Trans Body, a Theistic Strategy for Self-Determination and Empowerment. That was by a transgender woman at the University of South Carolina. And one of my favorites included Hellbillies, not hillbillies, but Hellbillies, Visible Satanism in Rural America. Wow.
I'm a big fan of that one.
You know what? I would go to that in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh, stuff like that.
If I thought it was real Satan, if I thought this was the devil, I would be sorely disappointed. But going to a lecture on sins of the flesh, Satanism and self-pleasure, how do you miss that one?
It's research for the show.
It is research for the show. Shannon?
Yes.
Does that sound like one of the most exciting venues you've ever heard of?
Yesterday, I Googled popular adult video titles for research for the show.
Research.
The titles that I came across were Missionary Impossible and Indiana, what was it? Indiana something in the Temple of Boobs, which I thought was clever.
I love those.
I love show research. You get away with anything.
Yes.
And the best part is, like, I ask the IT guys, because they know everything we're looking at, right? And I say, so how bad am I? Because I Google the worst stuff. Really bottom of the basement stuff.
That's great.
And they say, you aren't even in the top 10 in the building,
right,
let alone the floor.
Yeah, that is.
Because you're all depraved.
Yeah, there was one that I actually saw. It was a parody of a sci-fi
No, I don't want to hear anything you've seen in that conversation, ever.
I'm going to tell you.
No, you're not.
It was called.
Nope, I'm pulling the cord. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
All right. Flesh Gordon. Okay, come on back. I'm done. She left. She was. Are you ready for this? No. Oh, no. I want to put this on the record. Shannon Farron offended by me. All right, this is for the record. Calendar today, please.
Welcome to my world, Shannon.
Okay, we are done. Coming up, it will be Shannon, Gary, and Shannon for the next 4 hours. I'll catch you everybody tomorrow. Handle the morning crew. KFI, you should be ashamed of yourself, Shannon. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Common sense left California a long time ago. We're bringing it back.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Increasing cash to find a killer. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A reward has been increased by more than $50,000 to find the person who fatally shot a 4-year-old boy in Altadena.
$75,000 is now being offered for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person who shot Salvador Esparza in front of a home in 2016. Investigators say an alcohol-fueled argument broke out between Esparza's mom's boyfriend and a person of interest about 2 hours before the shooting. The shooter walked up to the home and fired 13 shots, hitting the boy and another man. Supervisor Catherine Barger, who introduced the motion to raise the reward amount, says she has faith someone can help bring justice for the boy's family. In L.A., Blake Trolley, KFI News.
More than 11,000 film and TV writers are on strike for higher pay and better benefits. Members with the Writers Guild of America say major networks are cashing in on their hard work. Writer and board member Marjorie David says the offer they were made Monday night by production companies didn't meet their needs.
Budgets have gone up on every show, and writer pay has gone down. We're also confronting issues with AI and issues with residuals, which we got in exchange for copyright when our union was formed.
Writers say streaming services have also caused a loss in working hours, as shows are only cranking out about half the number of episodes as traditional series. Picketed started yesterday afternoon throughout LA, and writers say striking will continue until a deal is reached. Jay Leno has found a sweet way to support the striking writers. He drove up to the picket lines outside Walt Disney Studios in Burbank yesterday and passed out donuts from Randy's. Now, the former Tonight Show hosted something similar the last time the writers went on strike. That was in 2007. LAPD Chief Moore says looking back over the last 4 years, violent crime has gone down 10.7%.
That's just under 1,100 fewer violent crimes. Going back to 2019, our challenges continue to be where we have a 12% increase in homicides.
Chief Moore told police commissioners yesterday that over the last 12 months, there's been a 16% drop in robberies and a 6.5% decrease in aggravated assaults. But Moore said there has been a 21% increase in the number of people hit by gunfire. A former staffer for former LA Mayor Hahn and City Councilman Mike Fewer has been selected to be U.S. Ambassador to Croatia. Natalia Reyes got a bachelor's degree in sociology and a master's in public policy from UCLA. Her nomination needs to clear the Senate Foreign Relations Committee and then the full Senate to become official. If Reyes is confirmed, she would become the second person from LA to become a U.S. ambassador. Troops are headed to the California-Mexico border.
Officials say the troops will be in support roles to free up border agents to patrol the border fence and known smuggling points. It's part of a larger deployment of 1,500 troops along the southern border. Officials say they're preparing for a crush after COVID-related health restrictions are lifted. Border Patrol Chief Gloria Chavez.
Title 42 is still in place until May 11th. We are going to continue encountering you, processing you, and then immediately expelling you.
The deployment will last at least 90 days. The last time troops were at the California-Mexico border was in 2010. Steve Gregory, KFI News.
Nordstrom has become the latest retailer to announce it's closing stores in San Francisco because of all the crime in the city. The company says the dynamics of downtown San Francisco have changed dramatically in the past few years. A sheriff in Texas says the wife of the man accused of killing 5 neighbors near Houston has also been arrested. She allegedly hid Francisco Oropesa in the house where he was found hiding yesterday, about 20 miles from his home.
Anybody that helped this maniac is definitely got some kind of issues, as far as I'm concerned.
San Jacinto County Sheriff's Office Deputy Chief Tim Keene says other people were also arrested in connection with the fatal shootings that killed a 9-year-old and his mom because they complained about him shooting in his yard. Russia says it stopped a drone attack by Ukraine in the Kremlin, calling it an unsuccessful assassination attempt against Russia's President Putin. Russia has promised retaliation for what it deemed a terrorist act. Ukraine has denied any involvement.
If this was, though, a drone strike on the Kremlin, this would obviously be a major breach of security for Russia.
ABC's Patrick Revel says officials can't rule out this could also be a false flag attempt by Russia in an effort to whip up more pro-war feeling among its residents. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland has inducted Sheryl Crow, Missy Elliott, Willie Nelson, and the late George Michael into the Hall of Fame for the class of 2023. Other groups and artists entering the hall include the Spinners, Rage Against the Machine, Link Ray, and Al Cooper. CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation, Joel Pearsman, says they're always trying to show that rock and roll is a big tent and a lot of people belong. 8 of the 14 nominees were on the ballot for the first time, including Crow, Elliott, Michael, and Nelson. Taking a look at your KFI financial update brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. The Dow is down 5, S&P is up 6, NASDAQ gaining 38.
Don't wait. Maximize your compensation after an accident. Call Jacoby and Myers now. Justice for you since 1972.
SoCal weather from KFI. We've got a gray day ahead with a slight chance of showers, highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Temperatures stay the same for tomorrow, but the chance of rain increase.
Watch out. Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Then it starts to taper off by Friday, and by Saturday and Sunday, warmer temperatures and sunshine for the weekend. Right now it is 60 in Anaheim and in Huntington Beach, 53 in Monrovia, 56 in Pacific Palisades. Let's get a look at your drive on the 60 again.
Oh boy, you bet. You know, it's funny, Jen. Every time we lose the signal like that, my warped mind goes to that scene in an airplane where they're in the tower and the guy pulls the extension cord out of the wall and the entire airport goes dark. All right, we've got a signal we're strong. There's 2 big problems on our freeways I got to warn you about and kind of get you around. It's real busy everywhere, but the eastbound 60 now, in between the 605 and the 57, been in trouble all morning. Overturned wreck, they're working on it, they got it up now. It was most of the freeway was blocked. Now it's only the right lane blocked, but it's still jammed coming away from the 7th. The other huge problem is leaving the San Fernando Valley and trying to get into Santa Clarita, North 5 at Lyons. Earlier this morning, the whole freeway was shut down. Now it's just the 2 left blocks. They're trying to open it right now as I speak, but it's still jammed coming up from that split. It's just long time delays. Southbound coming out of Santa Clarita into the San Fernando Valley, things are good. Something I just saw coming through Glendale, Caltrans working in the right lane. Now this is the eastbound drive in between the 2 and the Rose Bowl. You kind of get trapped there, but the right lane, it's a moving closure. They're kind of cleaning up in the right lane, but real slow coming away from the Glendale Freeway. Don't go away. Busy morning. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the sky.
This out.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed to give you the most gorgeous hair color made with ingredients you can feel good about. Are you tired of drugstore hair color? You deserve better. Spring is here and the forecast calls for your best hair color ever. Upgrade to salon quality hair color that nourishes and improves the condition of your hair without any harsh odors. It's easily done at home and we deliver it to your door. Plus, our hair color matching technology makes picking the right color easy, fast, and accurate. For a limited time, new clients get 15% off plus free shipping on your first online order. Visit madison-reed.com/promo. Take our online color quiz to find your perfect shade. That's madison-reed.com/promo. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Warmer weather is here, and that means the tree, grass, and ragweed pollens are here too. Nip allergies in the bud this spring. Head into Safeway and stop that cough, sneezing, and itchy eyes with products like Benadryl Ultra Tabs, Zyrtec Adult Tablets, Flonase Allergy Relief, Allegra Adult Tablets, Claritin Allergy 24-Hour Relief, Mucinex Expectorant Extended Release Tablets, or Vicks DayQuil Cough and Congestion Citrus. Visit Safeway.com to shop online or visit your local store. Safeway has everything you need this allergy season.
My homies, you ready to get spanked?
Anytime you're ready.
Gary Hoffman.
You're a nice guy, but you're a lightweight, and I know for a fact that you pee sitting down.
Shannon Farron. She's the most interesting woman in the world.
Wait, I'm sorry, what is this show now?
I will tell you, but only if you grab onto something to brace yourself, because you are going to hit the effing floor.
Gary and Shannon.
Oh, yeah. Then yeah, no, I get it now.
'Cause I'm so
live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The show is
Wednesday, May 3rd.
Undefeated when it comes to if you F with us, we will ruin your career.
Or your marriage, or your...
Something.
We'll put you in legal jeopardy.
Something. Yes.
Kevin, all he had to do was call us back. All he had to do was call us back. 5 minutes, Kev. That's all, 5 minutes. Now you're about to lose arguably the highest rated show on television.
Let me open up the folder to the UF with the Gary and Shannon show, and here is Exhibit A, Anthony Weiner.
Jail time.
Exhibit B, Richard Dreyfuss.
A-hole.
Exhibit 3, Kevin Costner.
Let me see.
What did I say?
You're doing letters.
Oh.
And then you went to 3.
Well, listen, there's no rules here.
And I don't
put me in a box.
I'm not effing with the show. I'm just suggesting. A lot going on today. We have hot debt ceiling talk coming up. Maybe we'll see if we can get any progress. Maybe in the Swamp Watch stuff. It's not. I mean, there's nothing new compared to yesterday, but we'll keep an eye on it. Top of next hour, the city of Davis is on lockdown. Hearing people talk about what they are afraid of in the city of Davis is eye-opening. It's a small town, 65, 70,000 people. The FBI is now involved in what has become a serial stabbing situation. 3 people stabbed, 2 of them were killed. UC Davis canceled all of their
they canceled on-campus night classes. So if you're in a night class at Davis, you're doing it remotely now.
When Tucker Carlson was canned from Fox with that top-rated cable news program with over, 3.5 million viewers per night, we thought there's got to be something else. Well, now we know there was something else. We'll get to it coming up at the bottom of the hour.
Top of the hour, 11 o'clock is when we expect to hear from the Fed Reserve as well, set to release an interest rate decision today, likely another quarter-point raise. But man, I got to tell you, this fake Kremlin attack by a drone, on its simple logic applied to it, this is a complete inside job from Russia.
Ukraine is denying any involvement in this alleged drone attack that targeted the Kremlin. A senior Ukrainian official in a tweet said Kyiv had nothing to do with the attempted drone strike, arguing Let him argue.
No, that was Tony Blinken.
Oh, arguing the country is engaged exclusively in a defensive war, does not attack targets in Russia. He said the allegations from Moscow suggesting Russia is planning a large-scale terrorist attack against Ukraine. Russia today claimed Ukraine tried to strike the Kremlin's presidential residence with 2 drones. So an official attack on Vladimir Putin.
Okay, so Anthony Blinken, he piped up while you were speaking very rudely, says we don't even know, we can't confirm anything.
I can't in any way validate them. We simply don't know.
I cannot trust this guy anymore.
I would take anything coming out of the Kremlin with a very large shaker of salt.
Shaker of salt.
So
exactly.
Let's see. We'll see what the facts are.
Okay, so the video itself that the Kremlin released was a perfectly shot video of a perfectly centered dome top with a flag on top of it. You can see a drone coming through and then exploding right as it gets over that dome. It's not a big drone. It wasn't a big explosion. And there are 2 people standing on a staircase nearby. Sean Bell is a military analyst for Sky News.
First of all, the drone doesn't appear to be a very fast drone. Obviously, we've slowed it down here, but the initial footage is very slow. And also, we can see it's not a particularly large drone. We can see 2 people on the roof of the building there who are, for a relative size, we can now compare them with the size of the drone. And whilst it's very difficult to tell accurately, but it doesn't look like a big aircraft-sized drone, but it's also not a micro drone. If we wind the footage forward a little bit further, we see that the drone doesn't actually hit its target, that actually misses the top of the building and explodes just after it goes past the top of the building. So it may have some sort of proximity charge to it, or it may have been the operator, having realized he was going to miss, actually detonates it just above. And finally, if we move forward just a little bit further, you can see the plume of smoke. Now, for our viewers, that's not a lot of smoke from an explosion. That's more a hand grenade size explosion, not a bomb size explosion, which gives an idea of the sort of relative charge that's involved in this attack.
The conclusion, if this was an attack by Ukraine, it was awful. It never would have succeeded. If it was a self-imposed attack, it's dramatic enough visually that you think, oh, they're attacking the Kremlin, but in all honesty, it was never going to cause any real damage. And if Russia, as it claims, was able to disable the drone through mechanical and radio and blah, 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 why did it get that close to the Kremlin? It's BS.
The guy who was firing his assault-style rifle in his yard in Texas and was interrupted by the family next door saying, hey, can you keep it down? Our babies are trying to get to sleep. And so he decided to go kill the family. He's been found. Several arrests actually made in connection with that mass murder. We'll talk about it when we come back.
Later in the show, we have some family matters we need to discuss.
Yeah. Jacob is being basically
pushed into a life of drug.
Fast-tracked to Skid Row.
So we're gonna try to step in and prevent that from happening.
Like, is this a thing? Is that what doctors are prescribing for this now?
Yep. Well, he assumes that people.
Also, this afternoon, the Dodgers take on the Phillies. First pitch at 1:10. My husband will be there. I wasn't invited. Listen to the game in HD on the free iHeartRadio app, live from the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. Keyword AM 570 LA Sports.
See, I'm not the only one.
It goes back
You're
to
not.
the grocery list. Wait a minute, I sense a pattern here of the number of people
who don't want to watch a game
invite
with
me. Gary and Jen will be right back. Jennifer Jones-Lee has an update from the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
I'm man from Temecula is in jail on suspicion of purposely ramming into at least 10 cars in downtown LA. 13 people were in those cars. Some have minor injuries. The Biden administration will extend the temporary legal status of Afghans evacuated to the U.S. after the takeover by the Taliban. And Nordstrom is saying, see you later, downtown San Francisco. In a statement, the department store chain says it's changing, or it's leaving because of the changing dynamics of downtown San Francisco's market.